Well, it's fine. Last time we left off, our wonderful little party of adventurers had made their way out of the city of Umber, moving forwards towards their next target, towards Castle Umbera, the headquarters of Artemis's lads and ladettes. There, they were going to ask more questions, trying to determine the origin of maybe this vampire talk, but more importantly, Darcy's mysterious yet somewhat suave and sexy patron. As
What the heck?
as you guys progress forward outside of town,
I'm
unfortunately,
basically being possessed by Chucky with a god complex, so I don't know where you're getting that
Yeah,
from.
was sexy an adjective that we use?
yeah, it's on there, probably. But as you guys left the city of Lust Pass, having just managed to gather your supplies and get ready to set forth, you set out into the wide open seas. As glancing around, everything was a-okay aboard this very suspicious ship. But
No questions.
no questions, you left Lust Pass, and unfortunately halfway to the cliff, you guys encountered some trouble. The ship's hull was ruptured, one of your horses was drowned, and one of the people of which were being kept in the cargo hold was also drowned. But you guys managed to save 5, and none of the crew survived.
None of the crew survived, which is a good thing,
But
probably.
you guys now find yourselves in a little bit of a pickle as you're about 400 feet off of shore, and there's a bit of a rainstorm currently. This music is so inappropriate for this.
Well, we have lifeboats.
There are indeed 2 lifeboats, but I could use the Black Flag music. Let's go.
No. Assassin's Creed? No. Yes? Oh,
Yes,
hell yeah. That soundtrack's so good.
it is so good. But as all of you kind of find yourselves now upon the deck of this ship, you see that there is 2 loose lifeboats off to the either side of the actual ship itself, rather small and can probably fit maybe 5 people at most anymore, and you're risking capsizing the actual boat itself. But at the very moment, glancing around, you have a horse on deck, 5 commoners, and the 6 of you.
Yeah.
7 of you.
Yeah.
No, 6 of you. 6 of you.
6 of us. If a seventh, if we were suddenly 7, there would be a problem.
Is there something you want to tell us, Jake? Did you invite someone else to this game?
Yes, actually. Welcome, my good friend. No, I'm kidding. But glancing around, it's tumultuous. It's very exciting. As this ship, you guys can see the front of it is beginning to kind of like sink underneath the water, and the back of the ship is beginning to kind of rise up out of the water, and you can feel yourself sliding towards the front.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
I'm going to delete the dead crewman, and I'm going to put the
I
alive.
don't know boats. Can someone please tell me I'm wrong in saying that's not good?
I'm going to put the
Yes, probably not good.
alive commoners up here.
Oh no.
Might want to start piling in on the lifeboats.
We need to get off as soon as possible.
Do we care about the horse? Are we taking the horse? Sis?
I
hate
don't
to
know
say
if
it.
we have the time for that.
Yeah, I believe the horse is the least of our worries right now.
All right, get the people in the boats. Maybe should we split up? I don't know. Boats.
Actually,
How many people can these boats fit?
5 comfortably. 6 is
Ooh.
stretching it.
question. Varus, Vestelle, how much do either of you weigh?
You can't just ask a man his weight.
Let me see.
I didn't write anything down for this. I don't know.
Guys.
All in all, with my equipment, let me do math. About 226.
I have. Wait, is the bar at the bottom of the weight?
Wait, yes.
Yeah,
That's the
I already have
equipment
like
weight, yeah.
That's
140 pounds of equipment. That might be a lot.
Assuming
I don't.
assuming Vestelle is like 120, 140 pounds, that's 280. minimum.
Holy.
Yeah. All right. In that case, Varus, get in the bag.
I'm sorry?
Get in the bag. You don't need to breathe.
Shh. Okay.
I mean,
I look around. Yeah. All right. Sure. I get in the bag. I get in the bag.
Okay, you get in the bag. Honestly, not too much of an issue. You manage to squeeze in. Your shoulder blades are a little bit wide, but yeah, you get in. It's you find yourself kind of floating in this dark abyss. And as soon as Darcy closes the top of it, you are clasped in pure pitch darkness. Darker than anything you have ever experienced. Give me a moment. I'm getting a freaking call.
Every time, without fail.
Why? Why is it always during this game that they freaking decide to spam call me?
They know you're streaming.
Thursday today.
They're viewers,
Sniped.
Jake. They're viewers.
It's literally only during the stream, bro. Okay. I apologize, but yeah, it is just pure black. The most foreboding darkness that you have ever witnessed. And honestly, it's a little terrifying because there is no sound as well. But for the rest of you guys see Varus disappear into a bag.
Oh my god.
That's handy.
I hope
He's
he's
alive.
alright. He comes out in one piece.
It's just a bag of holding.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go grab some food. We might need it. Gonna grab as much as we can.
Are the lifeboats like on the ship itself, or are they like on the sides or something like that that need to be
Starting
lowered
now,
down?
we're going to be going into initiative, but I will draw the boat for ya. Show you can know exactly where they are. That Chul is dead. This Chul is also dead, and this one is also dead. We're gonna roll initiative for the NPCs, and you guys can roll your initiative as well. Everyone except for Varus. Varus is just chilling.
I realized
Yeah,
last
don't die.
session I actually rolled a nat 1 and I didn't apply my weakness. So one of the 20s might not have counted. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. Next
Yeah,
time.
don't die. I don't want to be in this bag of holding forever.
Yeah.
You won't be in the bag of holding forever. Eventually, if it falls into the water, eventually you'll get caught on something and be torn open, and you'll be released.
Let's hope.
Oh.
It's also not particularly difficult to get out of a bag of holding.
I am going to draw a really terribly shaped ship. That's a
One of these
lifeboat.
commoners is banned.
That's another one.
Banned.
I turn
The other
my
one's
weapon
super
into the manhandle.
unprofessional.
Pardon?
The other one's super unprofessional, bro.
Honestly. The unprofessional one looks around at all of you and just like he's in full panic mode. He jumps onto the lifeboat and starts untying it. That's the end of his turn. Artemis.
All right. So these lifeboats can hold like what, 5, 6 people?
5
each?
people comfortably. 6 is
Gotcha.
verge of capsizing.
Gotcha. I'll
Just on a side note, this side is closer to the shore.
that side is okay.
This side is closer to shore.
All right, then yeah, I'll kind of looking around. Let's see. I'll move here. Out of the group here, is there any of them that are like look more hurt than the others?
You can see that out of the group of kind of these commoners, a lot of them look out of breath and probably were on the verge of drowning. A few of them were just recently resuscitated, so they're very groggy.
Gotcha. I'm gonna grab the 2 that were like resuscitated then, or how like just basically up to 2, and begin to kind of drag them whilst saying to them and just saying, "Everyone onto the lifeboats now," and then I'll begin to use my movement speed to just, and even I guess my action to see how far I could get them to the boat and just basically start putting them in, and then I'll look to Vaerun and just say, get these people to safety. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say that with your action and all of your movement, you manage to drag and throw one of them on board the actual lifeboat itself, but the other person is still on board the ship.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll put the one in, and then basically, as I say that with Vaerun, we'll just say that I like turn to kind of begin to help that person in as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll probably be it for me, because I don't imagine there's much use of a bonus action here.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to this one, who honestly was the one that swam up from outside and managed to climb back onto the boat. She looks around. It's like, shit. And is going to sprint and hop onto this boat. And as she jumps off of the side, you can see the boat kind of coming loose as the other guy has started already untying it. You see the boat like rock, and one of the ropes actually snap. One of the 4 ropes snap. Currently there's only three ropes tying it up, and one of them is very loose, and the guy is holding it currently. That is the end of her turn. Goes to Vestelle.
I'll run. I can run over here. Guess I can't do much. I guess I could dash onto it, but I think I'd probably wait and get other people on first. So.
Okay.
Guess that's it.
All right. That's the end of your turn. Lyra.
So is the boat capsizing, or is it like broken in half?
It's capsizing. It's not broken in half. You know that there was like a few large kind of splinters and tears near the front of the ship. And those are probably where all this water is coming in, and it's causing the front of the ship to just sink and get dragged under, while the back of the ship is kind of like all the way getting shoved upwards.
Wait, that's not capsizing though, right? Unless like
Not yet.
but it's like sinking forward though. It's not rolling over.
Capsizing.
Yes.
Capsizing is like
Flipping over. It's
rolling
not.
over.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
But
not
it's
rolling
getting
over.
there.
Okay.
You could feel
Right.
like the shift of your weight starting to like pull you down the slope of the ship towards the front.
Okay, knowing that it's gonna be really difficult to get back up. How fast is this sinking happening? Can I like tell like how much time before it like goes under?
Give me a quick intelligence check. You can guarantee that this ship will sink within the next 6 turns.
Oh,
6 turns. Okay. Okay, I will.
Next 36 seconds.
I will.
So it's six rounds.
I will
Yes,
go
6 rounds.
here.
Same difference. Or sorry.
How much?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
How much height is there between me and Darcy?
About 10 feet.
Right. Okay, so I guess that was 25. And then if I jump, can I jump up here?
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
what are you doing?
Yeah, you managed to grab onto the railing and pull yourself up with no issues.
Right, I used the dash, right? So I can move another 40 feet after.
Yep.
Right. All right. I don't think. I'm sorry, Darcy. I don't think I believe in your athletic ability. So forgive me for this. And I'm gonna
Wait,
pick
what?
Darcy up,
Yep.
and I will dash back towards the boat.
If you have 40
It's
feet,
just one.
if you have 40 feet of movement left, you can travel 20 since you're carrying someone else.
Okay. So to jump down,
That's just 5. Yep, you can get there. And Darcy gets dragged
Awesome.
along with you.
So much for potentially searching the captain's body for all the gold we spent on them.
Oh. Darcy, you are
I'm
currently
being carried.
you are on Lyra's shoulders right now.
I can walk myself. Just gonna get off and walk over to the boat.
Okay. Yep. You run over, kind of. Do you carefully jump off the side, or do you like
seeing what happened with this one over here. Yeah, I'm being careful.
Okay, you very carefully kind of descend onto the side of the boat and drop yourself into it. And you can see that this lifeboat is also being held with 4 ropes, and you would probably have to undo all 4 before you could get off, detach from the ship.
Well, that's a matter of just somebody cutting through them, really.
True. Is that the end of your turn?
Not much else to do.
Guess this coming on the boat. They're just coughing up water. Vaerun, it's your turn.
Okay, I'll help this commoner onto the boat.
Are you gonna be careful with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. Just give
I'll
me
be like, "Here,
an athletics check. $21, not bad. You grab onto them and just kind of gingerly lower them off of the side, and you manage to put them onto the back of the boat with no issues. They drop onto it, and you can see them just like coughing and spewing a bit of water out of their mouths.
You know what? As on my way out, I'll cast a good old healing word on them.
Okay.
Good old pat on the back.
You feel them like take a heavy breath and like a heavy breath and just like thanks.
Onward. Live. Pat them on the back. Pick them up. Okay.
That was your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'll just get ready for these ties to depart.
One more person can still fit on that boat.
Yeah.
And do we really want to leave the commoners alone when half of them are dying?
Okay, who else is injured on this boat? Is it like everyone?
No. Just 2 of them were starting to drown and they got resuscitated. The other 2 are, for the most part, okay. And the one that's still on the ship is also, for the most part, okay.
Okay. I'll say, I'm a cleric. Trust me, I'll get you guys to safety.
Give me a charisma check.
Oh,
boy. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Honestly,
Oh boy.
all 5 of them, very calm demeanors. They nod stoically. They're ready to do whatever it is that's required to get themselves and you and everyone on board to safety.
this guy's got Riz.
Okay. I'll use my movement to get on.
Okay. And
I'll
with
say-
that weight, I'm gonna roll a d20
Oh no!
on a 15 or higher. That boat, all the ropes snap. Ooh. All the ropes snap. Vaerun, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, and so do all the commoners.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, I'll get you all to safety.
Don't worry, I'm a cleric. Trust me. Everyone died.
11 fails.
Oh boy.
This is going bottom up. Let's see. Dex save. That's a success. That's a failure. That's a failure. And that is a failure.
Oh boy.
1 person remains on the boat as it crashes into the water below. And this, off the side, off the side, off the side, and off the side.
Oh, the one that stayed in the boat is the asshole that started untying that shit first.
Yep. And as the boat lands in the water, Vaerun, you go overboard. I believe you're still in heavy armor, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna
Oh my
that's gonna
god.
be rough. But that is the end of your turn, and it goes to this commoner, who, seeing the other boat has gone overboard, is gonna jump in with Darcy and say hello. They're gonna start untying one of the ropes, but will hold it in place, kind of looking towards Vestelle and Lyra. This commoner, is this the one that was slightly injured? No, this one, you healed this one. So he's actually going to grab onto you, Vaerun, and he's going to grab onto the side of the boat and just kind of hold the 2 of you there so you don't sink.
Okay.
Or at the very least, he's going to try. Let's give him an athletics check.
Oh no.
Ooh, 6.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
He manages to grab onto you and helps you float, but he does not manage to grab onto the boat, unfortunately, as it begins to shake just a little bit too much. It goes to this guy. The rope has already been untied, and let's decide if he's going to help you guys. Oh, let's give him a wisdom save. Oh yeah, he will. He grabs one of the paddles on board of the actual ship itself, shoves it into the water, and kind of like puts it directly in front of the 4 of you, or at the very least tries to. So whoever is trying to grab onto the ship next will have advantage. Artemis, it's your turn. You watch this shit show go down off the side of the ship.
Yeah, I'll let me check what this says, because this could actually be really clutch here. I just have to make sure. Yeah, it should work, all things considered. Seeing that Vaerun fell out, and that, well, obviously he's in heavy armor, so that can't boat too well.
Mm-hmm.
I will, kind of looking down, I'll kind of mutter to myself, kind of look around, see that the few are around him, and I'll just shout down to Vaerun, grab onto one of them. And I'm going to hold my action to cast Levitate
Ooh, okay.
on Vaerun, so that whenever he, basically I'm holding it for when he grabs one of the commoners, I'll basically cast Levitate so that he hovers up or begins to hover up, and then I'm basically just going to drop it the moment they're hovering a couple feet up. That way, because I imagine that from that height they'd be able to kind of just roll over or whatever to be in it, right?
I mean,
So
right
that'll
now,
basically be it.
Might not mean that the commoner already attached.
I know, but you're currently in the water, and I doubt that you'll be able to pull yourself up, which is why I'm casting it on you and telling you to grab on to someone, probably the person who's not held on. That way you can at least get them in the boat. Because if you're on the boat, you can easily help the other people that are not in the boat onto the boat.
Yes.
Okay.
So that'll basically be it. I'm just going to basically be leaning over and holding my action for that.
Right. I forgot to do something at the top of the turn. The boat sinks further. Artemis, Vestelle, Lyra, I need the 3 of you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You're welcome, Darcy.
Big save.
You would still be able to do this on your turn, but this would have happened on initiative count 20, so it would have been right before yours. But Lyra, Artemis, the 2 of you are sent rolling 30 feet.
Does Artemis hit a cannon?
He does. And then
Wow.
and then you roll out of the way of the cannons to like here, so like this. But
Okay, so is that towards the front of the ship?
yes, towards the front of the ship.
Oh my god, I thought I was at the front the whole time.
Yeah, this really does look like the front of the ship over here.
No, that is that is.
I know,
the back.
because the wheels here. I guess it's just because we haven't had like full view of them. We haven't had any view of the top of it. But oh no, there's the anchor wheels.
Here, let me give you guys global lighting.
There, yeah, there's the front.
Oh,
Yeah, with that's fine.
I thought it was
mean,
just a
on
real
my
weird fucking ship.
Yeah, but the 2 of you both take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you roll along the ship, and you are now prone.
Okay. Then yeah, on my turn, I mean, pretty much the same thing. I just stand up and kind of move here. With what's left of my movement speed, and again, kind of just holding my action for that to get them out of the water.
Okay. That is the end of your turn. It goes to this commoner, who is currently frolicking in the water, just having a grand old time. They're going to try and grab onto the ship and pull themselves up, and they manage to do so with no issue. They are back on the lifeboat. Oh, they would have advantage because the other guy had stuck on an oar. It doesn't matter. That's the end of your turn. Vestelle, you had managed to steady yourself and grab onto one of the cannons before the entire ship kind of horribly lurched forward.
Right. Knowing that I can't see anyone in the water right now, I'm going to run over here, and if I see anyone struggling, I will jump in and try to help them.
Yeah, you see 2 commoners as well as Vaerun all in the water currently, and they look like they're struggling a little bit.
There's not going to be any room in that boat.
I know, but I care about the people drowning. Can't have this happen again. So, I think I have 5 feet left. Would that get me in the water?
Sure. I'll say you can drop off the side of the ship and into the water. Like,
Can I also like get rid of some of my equipment as I'm running there,
sure.
just to make myself a little lighter?
You can just toss some stuff back onto the ship.
Yeah.
You certainly can, but just as a reminder, you probably will lose it.
That's okay. I just need my halberd, right?
Fair enough.
That's a good point.
This is the chance you've been waiting for to get rid of that heavy crossbow.
Honestly.
Oh no, my crossbow. Oh.
Just don't toss out the javelin.
I don't have the lightning javelin. I have a javelin, but not the lightning one.
Where's
So I
the
could get rid
lightning
of it.
javelin?
I give it to
Where's the
Lyra.
lightning javelin? Oh, Lyra has it. Okay.
Yeah, but you, Vestelle, you hop off of the side of the ship and you are now in the water.
Okay. That's it.
Lyra, you are prone on the ground currently.
Right. Okay. See that there's no one else that needs my help. Oh, right. I see Artemis also got tumbled over.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Are you okay, Artemis?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
You sure you don't need any help?
I'm sure I don't need to breathe.
Fair enough.
And then I mutter, technically, under my breath.
Very technical.
Lyra just looking for excuses to pick people up and toss them around.
Dang it.
All right.
Well, seeing that everybody is off the ship, I will... Actually, I'm thinking I can lower the boat.
Would you lower the boat on the lifeboat?
Oh, right. That's
Yes.
how they work.
At least
So,
how these ones work.
I get in the boat.
There's not much point in just putting Darcy and a random commoner in one boat.
Yeah. You jump off the side, grab onto the boat. The boat still has 3 ropes tied, while the commoner is currently holding what appears to be the 4th, and the boat is it has to be undone before you can go down.
I don't think we got much time. We just have to go down with us 3. I didn't see anyone else top deck.
All right.
Well, Vestelle decided to jump off the other side of the boat.
Uh-huh.
All right. Lyra, I think you still have your action, right? Or did you run over to Artemis?
No, I was just yelling at him.
Okay. You still have your action then, but you wouldn't be able to move
Use
from
your action to
here.
dash into the boat, right?
Oh, did you use your action to dash? Then never mind.
Was it a dash?
No, it wouldn't have been.
You were prone.
She had to
so you
stand
stand
up.
up.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lyra has
yes,
20
yes.
feet of movement, and like right there.
Okay.
20? So you'd be able to be at the front of the boat, but you wouldn't be able to be past any point other than here.
Okay, I guess I will use my action to move to a spot that makes the center of gravity a bit better.
Sure. You use your action to dash. That's perfectly fine. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
And then I try to help stabilize the boat and prepare to lower it.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Darcy.
I'm going to undo the other ropes.
Okay. With a swift action, you kind of snap, and the boat falls. I need all 3 of you to give me a dex save.
Oh, this is going to suck.
You guys are going to do great. Lyra fails. Darcy fails.
Oh, for
Oh
fuck's
my
sake.
god.
The good thing is that none of you all over there were in heavy armor.
Commoner's got to make one too, Jake.
Yeah, I'm trying to roll. Oh,
Oh, wow.
hey, he's
Of
fine.
course, the commoner is the one that makes it.
The person who matters here.
He grabs onto the boat as it falls and plummets, but Darcy and Lyra, neither of you unfortunately have a very good grip on the boat, and both of you tumble overboard.
Nice.
I still have movement. Is that enough to get me back up onto the boat?
I'll say you could give me an athletics check for it.
Yay.
Ooh, unfortunately, no. With the rolling of the waves and how much the boat is actually moving itself, you unfortunately you manage to get a grip on the side of the boat, but as you try and you pull yourself up, it just rocks you, and you're sent back. Into
My
the
old
water.
enemy, climbing.
A classic. That
It's Lyra's turn. Now she can help Darcy. It's time.
Yeah, this I need help with.
It is this commoner's turn. Let's see. He's gonna grab onto Vaerun and try and help him up. And as soon as he grabs on, how much weight can levitate hold?
500.
Okay, I will say that for a very brief moment, the three of them float and just crash on top of the boat before your spell immediately breaks.
Yeah, I imagine that it puts a lot of strain on Artemis's his air genasi markings up his arm and the side of his face glow, and then he kind of holds
jumps
himself
off the side of the boat to help people in the water.
Thank goodness I'm here.
Resurfaces and sees that everybody's in the lifeboat.
Yeah, Artemis, your nose is bleeding ever so slightly from the effort, but you're fine. But they're out of the water, and that's what matters.
But I'm in the water.
And Vestelle is in the water, also carrying like almost 100 pounds of equipment.
Well, okay, can I get rid of some stuff? Do I just get it out of my inventory?
Yeah, you can just delete it.
Okay. Oh, that wasted money.
Just money. Oh, what's heavy in my inventory? Rations? I don't need that. Go away.
I have a new thing. Let's see if this works. I'm just gonna... Oh, it does work. Hey, look at that. Let's give you guys ownership of this. Hey, you guys can all see that. There's a new thing called the party quotation marks.
Where is this then?
It's under your characters.
Oh.
You could use this for party inventory or anything related.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Total hit points. We're about half.
Yep.
A little over half, actually. So we're doing good.
Cool. Well, Vestelle's not, but the rest of us are doing great.
No. Law of averages. We're doing good.
What are you looking at?
Under characters.
There's a thing called the party, which is like our collective health pool plus inventory.
Yes, and I could put a token down on the world for that, which will be really nice. But that commoner's turn is done. Vaerun, it's your turn. You are now aboard the ship. You see that Vestelle? You did see that Vestelle jumped off the side of the ship. It is now directly behind on the other side of your current boat.
I'll help Vestelle out. Like, she's in the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like...
Just as a reminder, if you pull her aboard this boat, there's a chance this boat capsizes.
Can I go on the other boat?
The other
Help her up
lifeboat?
on that boat? No, on the actual boat.
Oh, the main boat. You can jump onto
Honestly, I'd probably say that. Don't worry. I'm okay. I don't need to breathe, and I can just walk back up onto the ship.
Are you sure, Vestelle?
Yeah.
You can be okay?
I got it.
She said she'll be fun. Let's go.
Okay.
And before Vestelle meets her next foe, a shark.
Yeah. I was gonna say, there's sharks in the water. Be careful.
There is quite a bit of blood in the water.
It's a real good thing that we have Varus in the bag.
I drank today. I'm fine.
But Vaerun, is that the end of your turn? Is there anything that you
I'll
specifically
use-
wanted to do? Because Vestelle said she was fine.
Healing word on Vestelle, because she is.
I'm just
dying.
imagining Varus very angrily trying to drink the ocean.
9. Vestelle, you heal 9 points
Okay. And then I get the ship ready to leave. I'll make sure everyone's on.
Mm-hmm.
I double check their health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, man, woman, are you ready? Let's depart.
Let's go. All right.
We have to work together as a team.
All ready to
We
go.
either live together or die together.
This one commoner is in this boat by themselves looking at Lyra and Darcy. They're going to run over here, grab onto the bottom of the boat, and just reach out a hand towards one of you if you want to grab it and help. And you would get advantage on whichever one of you tries to get on board next. This commoner is going to help this ship, is going to grab a paddle, and is just going to start paddling away. And it's going to start paddling forward. And take this entire container forward to here. At the top of the round, the ship sinks further. Artemis, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. And Vestelle, since you are still climbing, are you still clung onto the ship or are you in the water? I can't remember.
No. Vestelle's turn hadn't come around yet, so she's in the water.
She's still in the water. Okay. Artemis. Dex save. Yeah, you're fine. You manage to loop your arm into the actual railing of the ship, but as it tries to pull you forward, you're like, oh shit, okay, all right, I'm okay. But you see some of the cannons beginning to slam into each other. And you managed to jump up on top of the railing before this cannon slams into the one where you were just standing at. The ship's not long for the world. But this commoner is also going to help move the ship away as it goes further and further. Artemis, it's your turn.
All right, kind of holding on. I'll let go, kind of looking around. First off, where is the horse?
The horse jumped off the side.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, yeah, the horse.
Did it jump off towards the land side?
Yep, it jumped off this way.
All right, it'll be okay. All right, that's fine. I'll kind of looking around. Do I see the captain's body?
Yes, you do. It has slid and has slammed into this wall.
Okay, that's perfect. I'll kind of stumble over there as best I can, kind of grab onto him and just start rifling through their stuff as I kind of get over to him, grab him by the scruff of their jacket or whatever, and kind of lift him up as I'm looking through to see if there's like a manifest or like the money that we spent to get here, basically just whatever, as I mumble, come here, you piece of shit.
Sure, give me an investigation roll.
Sure. Let me find my character sheet.
Does anybody still have their heroics?
We all do.
I think all of you do.
No.
I think most of you do.
I don't.
What? When? What?
I used it a while ago.
You do find one thing. However, there doesn't seem to be anything else. Oh, sorry, two things. You find what appears to be a short sword strapped to their side. Maybe magical, maybe not, you don't know. And a small, kind of what appears to be a coin purse, but as you pick it up and you shake it, there doesn't seem to be any sound, and you can't tell if there's anything inside. But as you open up the top very quickly, it appears to be just this black void. And you see a very familiar item that very similar to the one that Darcy carries.
Gotcha. I'll kind of
Coin
look at
purse or
that.
hold
Yeah. Could the sword fit in that coin purse, or is it too small?
Yeah, I'll say sure, why not?
Okay, I'll just slide that in, kind of like tie it to my like I assume there's like a strap or something at the top of the coin purse. I'll kind of like tie it to my belt or put it in one of my personal bags, kind of tie it shut, and then just kind of look around. See.
From where you currently are, you actually would not be able to see Lyra and Darcy's ship, but you would be able to see the other boat that's floating away.
Yeah. Alright, that's fine. I'll, knowing that Vestelle is still kind of over there, I will use what's left of my movement. Yeah, side 15. See, I'll kind of move there. And basically just get ready to run to the other boat or Something. I don't know. We'll figure it out next turn, but that'll be it for me.
Hopefully your chest doesn't get caved in by a cannon.
Yeah, which I will specify unless my air gets knocked out of me, in which case, cue the sad music. But I am going to notably, and then kind of hold my breath for the moment.
Okay.
Since I have, a moment of respite here.
This ship is turning and now heading towards shore. Vestelle, you've jumped off to the side of the ship, and you can see that the boat of which Vaerun is currently on has already started embarking towards the coast. At the very least, they are attempting to. They're rowing in sync, but it seems to be rough going out there.
Well, I wish them luck, and I climb back up onto the ship, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You have no issues. You just kind of run up the side. It'll use about 10, 15 feet of movement to get you back on the ship, but...
Sure, and then I'll dash over to the other ship.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can make it
15,
to
60.
here.
Yep, you would be able to just hop off of the side. Are you aiming for the lifeboat, or are you aiming for the water beside the lifeboat?
I guess it's fallen already.
Yep, it's already in the water.
Yeah, I'll try to just get in, I guess.
To the actual boat itself?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a dex check. Or a dex save, sorry. Ooh.
No.
Well, the good news is you hit the boat. The bad news is you hit the boat. As your foot goes through the bottom of the lifeboat.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's not good.
And you see it begin to take in water.
Wait, I finally have a use for a cantrip that I have.
Oh?
Mending.
Do you have mending?
I have mending.
Let's go.
Hey.
Part of me was like, maybe I should use Featherfall on her so that something like that doesn't happen. I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine.
If she had rolled anything but a nat 1, it would have been fine.
Do I take
Lovely.
damage from this?
No, I'll say that, your boots and whatever else that you're wearing is sturdy enough that you don't take any real damage. There's going to be a bruise, but you'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Lyra, it's your turn. You're currently in the water, treading it.
Right. Does climbing onto the boat use an action?
Yes, it will. Or you
Okay,
can use all of your movement.
I guess, so what I'm trying to do is climb without using an action and then try to help Darcy.
Sure. I'll say that you can using all of your movement, you can get on top of the boat, but I would need an athletics check.
Can I use the sailor who's offering his hand?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Can I use the sailor that's offering his hand?
Yes, you can. So you would have advantage on the athletics check. 17. It's a good thing you had advantage.
Good thing. What is this? Why are these lifeboats so difficult?
It's only because Emily got so many nat 20s last week.
I used up all the luck.
It's here to balance
Okay.
things out.
Balanced.
The universe is taking revenge for the crabs.
Honestly, the poor crabs, man. Lyra, you managed to grab onto his hand and pull yourself back on aboard of the actual ship itself, and you still have your action, but you would be here.
Yes, and I would like to offer help to Darcy.
Sure.
And that's the end of my turn.
Darcy, there is a hand extended from Lyra.
I will use all of my movement and accept it.
Go for it. Give me an athletics check with advantage. 15, you meet it. Or,
Thank Christ.
You're one above it. The DC was 14, so you're good. You grab onto Lyra's hand, and the two of you manage to haul yourselves back on top of the boat.
All right. While I was down in the water, I heard something break. What happened? Oh, no. As Vestelle is pulling her boot from the floor.
Fine.
You also see... Actually, your passive perception is kind of shit, so never mind.
Yeah, my passive perception is garbage.
It's the commoner's turn.
No, I still have an action.
Oh, you still have an action. What are you doing with it?
Darcy's going to try and fix it and accidentally start to cast mending.
Okay. Vestelle, as soon as you take your boot out, you see Darcy kind of look at the hole and just like, he waves his hands at it. And in that brief moment,
He just goes, "What am how are we supposed to deal with this?" His threads just start flowing from his hands towards the wood, stitching it together.
and you see some wood, like the wooden pieces essentially glue themselves back together with these tiny bits of almost invisible string between one another before it solidifies in place. And it looks as if it was brand new. Darcy, you
guess that's
surprise
how we deal with
yourself.
So the problem is mending. I need to do that for a minute.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, and there's still some water that gets into the boat, but you can bet your ass that the commoner is scooping it with a bucket. He's like, nope, fuck this shit, I don't want to die. Alright, but that is the end of your turn. It goes to this commoner who continues rowing their boat away. And as a collective, I need all of you on board that ship to give me a single Constitution saving throw. And I will say, Vaerun, you are the one to do it. You have a +2
Alright.
bonus to it because you're in a group. You have a 23.
My captain.
Yeah. All 5 of you kind of brace against the rogue wave that washes over you. And in that brief moment, all of you are very vividly aware of how cold the water is. And 2 are honestly doing okay. The water is painfully cold, but you're getting through it. Let me see if I have... Nope, that's not it.
This is all happening. We're freezing to death in the water, and Varus is just floating in an inky black void, probably face to face with a puppet that he can't get rid of.
Oh, fuck, that thing's in here.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
he comes out. Varus is a bit different.
I'm a warlock.
I'm not really talking about that thing. I'm talking about any other of Darcy's works.
Well, that thing's in here too, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
But yeah, you guys
Cool,
managed to
cool.
brace perfectly fine and are okay. Vaerun, what are you up to?
I use my perception to look out for dangers of the water, like big waves or sharks.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Well, first things first, you do see that there are several other waves that are incoming, and you can see that there's some pattern in the water, and you're definitely going to be trying to get through some of it. So your navigation is going to be a little bit easier, and your next brace is going to be a little bit easier as well. And in the distance, underneath the water, you can see that where the horse was previously, there is no longer there. But there is a small patch of red kind of filling up the place where it was.
I say, look over there, sharks.
And yeah, you do spot a single fin that kind of pokes up through the surface of the water before going down under.
And I will try and avoid that area
Okay,
as we row.
it goes to you guys. It goes to this commoner. He's going to look around, grab the sides of the boat, grabs the oars, and just starts paddling away. He's like, your friend's going to get on fine. Let's go. We got further to travel. Whee! And he starts taking the ship away.
Honestly, you're probably not wrong.
Boom. And turn for him. The other people are going to keep moving. And going to keep moving. But the main ship itself... Artemis, you watch as the center of the ship itself begins to like break and split as you see the back half of it just fall into the water itself. I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
Like the Titanic.
About the same.
Oh, that's not bad. You managed to grab onto like this bits of railing and rigging that's kind of all scattered all over the deck to prevent yourself from freaking like being swung and thrown off of the side of the ship or off the front or whatever. But you are okay for now. It is now your turn.
Alright, yeah, I'll kind of look around. Let's see. Yeah, I'll kind of look around, noticing how, like, just how much to shit everything's going, and I'll kind of turn where I know the boat is, as I'm kind of muttering to myself, and I just say, out of 103 people, I certainly hope I'm not the first to go down in a ship like this. And I'm just going to walk over here, kind of look, see him there, and then jump basically to get right here. And as I'm falling, I'll cast Featherfall
Okay. Sure.
to land safely in.
Yeah, you manage to jump off of the side of the ship. You cast Featherfall on yourself and kind of float down onto the water. Or
That's
onto the boat.
Yeah, as I just land, I just kind of holding on to my hat so it doesn't like fly away or whatever. As I'm just like, hello everyone, mind if I drop in?
Ah.
And that'll be me.
All right, and that will end this specific thing. We're going to have to make 2 more checks before you guys get to shore. But those will be group checks. So, Vaerun, I need you to give me 2 brace checks. So 2 con saves. You have a +4 bonus to both. 28 and 25.
Jesus.
Your ship, and your 4 buddies are perfectly fine. You managed to avoid everything. Your ship holds out all the way up until about 15 feet from the edge of the shore, and all of you run out into the water and kind of run onto the shore, collapsing into the rain with no issues, but all of you managing to actually get to shore. Now, for the others, because you're 1, a little bit further away, and 2, there is a dangerous collapsing ship beside you. I need you to give me 3 brace checks. 1 person with a con can give me a con save, and they'll get a +2 bonus to it.
What is everyone's con?
I have a +7.
I think that's
It'll
probably
be you rolling.
Oh, you automatically succeed the second one? I just need the third one now. 13 plus, what was it, +2? 15? You meet the DC.
Oh.
All right, very good. Lyra manages to kind of hold the entire ship together, but as soon as you guys approach shore, about 40 or 50 feet away, this one rogue wave kind of catches your boat and pushes all of you, and you see the rest of you on board, on the actual shore itself, see this tiny little lifeboat basically scattered against the sands of the shore itself as just into these rock pieces, or into pieces as your boat crashes into the rocks. But you are on the shore, and all of you are still alive.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I helped
here,
everyone.
everyone's
Thank
alive
God.
and breathe. Oh, wait, Varus. Darcy will go into his bag and get Varus.
Just leave him in there for a little longer.
Varus,
Forget.
both of your legs are gone. No, I'm kidding.
I wouldn't
He
be
won't know
shocked.
the difference.
Honestly, you're fine. It doesn't feel like it's too long, maybe like 7 or 8 minutes. And then right after, you see Darcy's hand kind of reach in. You reach up, you grab it, and he pulls you out with very little effort.
Right then. Not too bad, I hope.
I look around. Oh, everyone survived. Good. That's great. Awesome.
You do see that
It's very dark in there.
the majority of the people are currently like collapsed on the ground on the beach, just like coughing up water, but they are alive.
Right, where are we?
Okay. Does anyone know where we stopped? Where we stopped at night?
Thinking about. I suppose we just really need to follow the shoreline.
There ought to
South?
be some fishing villages or something we might run into.
There should be. Yeah, I mean, if we keep going south, we'll eventually come across, I think, cliff.
With how long we were traveling, maybe. But I don't think hiking about in drenched clothes is going to do anyone any good.
I'll do prestidigitation on myself and then whomever I can.
It is still raining.
Oh well.
Okay, maybe shelter to catch our breath and regroup first.
Right.
Anyone trained in survival, know the way the land.
Okay. Give me a
Anyone?
survival check. Just try and find some shelter. As you guys find yourselves now, this isn't a sandy beach. It's a rocky beach. There's a lot of rocks and kind of scattered small pieces of just smooth stone underneath you. You see directly behind you, maybe about 150 feet away, is the edges of a cliff face that where you guys are looking starts to rise up. Maybe about a mile or two to the northeast, you can see the beginning of this cliff face. So you could go on an upwards trajectory and follow whatever road might be, or you can continue where you're going southwards and follow along the coast that way. But I need a survival check to try and find some shelter.
Okay.
I was gonna cast guidance on him.
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget I have that. Anyone else?
I mean, I guess I can look too.
Guidance.
I'm gonna put you guys on.
-4.
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
That's a D3. There you go.
21.
It's not terribly difficult. You find alongside the shoreline, maybe about 200 meters from where you guys started, what appears to be a small cave leading into a small alcove where you can see that in the middle of this alcove is it's a small saltwater pond of which you see a bit of fish. And you think that where you currently are, it's probably medium tide. The water is either going to continue rising to the point where this entire cave is underwater, or it will continue lowering to the point where there will be no water in this cave. You currently aren't sure.
I love gambling.
But you do manage to find some shelter.
Okay. Better than nothing.
I don't think we should stay here for long. I'm not sure if it's gonna be high tide or low tide.
It's enough time to
Nonetheless,
regroup.
we should probably get a bit more rest.
It'll at least do us to catch our breaths for the moment.
So much for catching a boat. That'll take us there in time.
You
Still save some time. Got,
That is true.
got through last pass.
You glance over at the civilians, and you can see one of the men kind of walks forward. Thank you.
What were you all doing down there?
We didn't want to be down there.
Being sold, I imagine.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I imagine
of
it wasn't against you.
Of course, the ship I picked was slavers.
We had, fuck.
Here, I'll reach into my bag, and there's 5 of them here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's awfully convenient. I have exactly 5 rations. I'll
Right.
hand them all one.
I lived in Las Pass for quite a while. Fucking fuckers came out of nowhere, knocked me unconscious, and just tied me up.
How long ago?
Sorry, what was the question?
How long ago?
I don't know, a few days. It's been like shit, man. Oh, God. I still have the pounding headache from the fucking bullshit. Ugh. Sorry, I really don't know why they wanted me. Or what the fuck they were going to do with us. But, you know.
Does he look like able-bodied?
He looks very able-bodied. Like, he's probably been doing blue-collar work for most of his life. Is it blue-collar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll kind of look over them. They probably wanted you to be, I guess, extra muscle for whatever the hell they were needing,
Muscle.
or whomever their clientele
No, I wasn't gonna fucking
needing.
work for them. This is some dumbass shit, man. Can't just
Did you hear
kidnap
him
someone and be like, "Oh, you go your work first now."
Did you hear him say where they might be taking you?
No, he kept us bound, gagged. Kind of couldn't really hear anything through the cloth mask that we had. Thank fuck we managed to get those off, because if we didn't, all of us would have drowned.
Good thing. Good job, everyone.
Fucking thank you. No, really, like, thank you.
Oh, we're not out of the woods yet. So
Yeah,
I'll kind of
well,
motion to each of them.
we're at least
heat
not
up.
in the water anymore. Thanks.
That's true. No giant lobster crab things. No sharks. No more slavers.
Don't
Hopefully.
jinx that, huh?
I'm afraid if we're going to jinx it, it's already going to happen.
He starts to take a bite out of the granola bar that's a part of the rations kit.
Well, I didn't find much on the captain up there, though. I'll kind of pull and grab the coin purse and kind of look at Darcy and just say, "Look familiar," and I'll kind of turn it inside out.
Don't do that. Turning those things inside out is how they fucking just explode out with everything.
Well, they don't explode; they just send everything out.
Still, depending on how much there is.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what's in it.
You
so I
realize how
can't-
much coinage can fit within the capacity of 500 pounds.
Well, this one's smaller, so it could.
It won't hold 500 pounds.
Yeah, that's why
Well,
he's doing
however
it
much
so
it
liberally.
can hold is still probably a lot.
About 100 pounds ish.
That's a lot.
Not all of it is coinage. there is some amount of coinage though. As you
Yeah, I mean, I'll point this thing in like a direction that no one's sitting, so that like, someone doesn't lose an eye from a stray silver.
you point it at the wall and you just kind of flip it inside out. You do find a very hefty sum of gold within. Most of it seems to be in platinum or Dwarvish gold. You see, let's see how much. 730 Dwarvish gold pop out.
How much is that
Shit!
worth?
7,300.
That's 730 platinum.
Okay, so 730 platinum, and how much dwarvish?
That's all. It's all Dwarvish gold.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so Dwarvish gold has the
Darcy-
same equivalent price as platinum.
Darcy will count that up and divvy it up between people.
Yeah, you immediately count it and you're like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. The easy way to do it is if you want to go into, I believe, party inventory on the top right of your sheet. You can add the money in, and then if you click the hand button on the right, you can split the currency evenly amongst the party.
A split currency among party.
Yes. Who does it say is on that list?
Artemis, Darcy, 2 Lyras,
Yeah.
Vaerun, Varus, Vestelle, Zafina, and the party. I'm going to knock
so
off.
what I'm going to do
party?
is I am going to configure ownership so that Lyra can no longer be seen. The other Lyra, sorry, and Zafina.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There you go. They should be gone now.
Yep.
That'd be what, 121 or 122? Yeah.
Yep, it should have automatically
And-
added into your sheet.
All right.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Well, as he's
And-
counting over that, is there anything else other than the short sword?
There appears to be a logbook. Though the logbook, as you kind of flip it open and read through it, there's nothing on the pages.
Curious.
Mind if I take a look at it?
Sure. I'll kind of hand them that, and I'll also hand them that short sword and just say, she also had. Was it a she or was it a he?
It was a
It
she.
was an old woman.
It was an old one.
Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember though, but I'll hand them the book as well as the short sword and say she also had this honor.
Also, something that I would have done is I would have divvied up 2 dwarven gold for each of the commoners
From whose?
from the entire pool.
Sure.
I should have done that. So if people could delete the platinum real quick. Sorry.
Well,
The
it's
dwarvish gold.
right?
Two each?
There were 5
yeah,
of
but
them.
there's 5 of them. The thing is, there's 6 of us, so the 730 would instead be 720.
Well, there should be 4 left, anyways.
So then it's 120. So we all just remove a
Is
platinum,
it just okay? Okay.
or a dwarven gold.
Yeah, because there was 4 plat left over, so or dwarvish gold.
Was
So
there?
if we all remove 1, we're good.
Yep.
And here, this should at the very
Well-
least.
Vaerun has to remove 2. Because for
Yeah,
some
it
reason
gave
he
him
got
for-
the extra.
yeah.
He got the extra one.
Well, it gave him 1 extra, and then 3 more, or 3 of the other extra just got sent off to the void, I guess.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
there
then.
would have been 4 remaining.
That's some weird math.
Yeah, so Darcy will just pass over 2 dwarvish gold to each of them.
Okay. They look at it and they're like, "Oh, that's kind of generous, bro."
It's the least, honestly.
I'll take it.
You're gonna-
I'm not gonna say no.
You're all gonna need it to hopefully start life somewhere where people won't kidnap you off the streets.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure you guys can find work anywhere with those body of yours.
Maybe.
And I am going to start identifying that short sword.
Go for it.
While that's happening, can I look for like pieces of ignitable things so I can get a fire going?
Just a second. Darcy will reach. Seeing what you're doing, Darcy will just reach into his bag and pull out a couple of the wooden logs.
Oh, perfect. This will do.
Artemis will reach into his
I
jacket.
was,
get
I was
rid of
hoping to
it.
use those for work, but those ones should do well enough for firewood.
I'd rather not have anyone die of hypothermia.
Agreed.
Artemis will pull out like a little box of matches where he also has his cigarettes in, and he'll open it up, notice that it's just soaked, kind of sigh, and just toss it off to the side.
All right. But you guys settle down for a bit of a rest, and you can see that the water starts to recede after about 20 or so minutes. Seemingly you got lucky, and it was coming into low tide.
Okay.
Excellent. But during the short rest, I'm going to identify the short sword, and I'm going to try and identify the book as well, see if there's anything up with that.
The book does appear to have some sort of a, strange script on it as you kind of glance over it and identify that there's no magical properties to it, but you can tell that whatever is written on here did not want to be seen. There's a specific kind of requirement to seeing the letters, and you don't know what that requirement is.
So there is no script unless he casts identify, but even then it's illegible.
Basically.
We need
Okay.
to break a code.
The short
It's
sword
not-
is just a +1 short sword.
It's useful.
Just a quality enchantment. Whoever wants it.
And I could use it, but anyone need it?
Varus, are you in need of a enhanced melee weapon? I know that
I
you have your
would-
bow.
My bow. I mean, I have my rapier as well, but neither of them are magically enchanted in any way, shape, or form. So, if we are bestowing this upon someone, I would appreciate it.
Well, there you go then.
All right.
Oh, I will ask before you take it, because it's pretty much the same thing. I've not gotten much use out of the obsidian blade here. Would you want it instead?
Depends on the type of blade it is.
I think it's also a short sword. Or no, it's a bastard sword.
It's a
actually, never
+1
mind.
bastard sword, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know if you have proficiency in that, and if
Absolutely
it's,
not.
Yep, never mind. For whatever reason, I thought it was short sword because it does D6.
Nope.
Never mind.
It has the ability of doing a D8 if you use both hands.
Yep, but I
Can I spend the rest of the short rest trying to figure out this book then?
Sure. Give me an intelligence check.
Could I give an investigation check?
Sure. You glance down at the script and you realize that though the properties of the script or whatever thing on this is not strictly magical, it has a very specific requirement for it to be seen. So like you can't even see the scripting. You know that there's scripting on there, but you can't even see it. And you're pretty sure that there's something to do with the night, though you don't know what that specific thing is.
Is it still nighttime out?
No. I'm pretty sure it was just late afternoon, but it was raining? No, it was nighttime. You're right.
It was nighttime.
Yeah. Currently? Yes, it is still nighttime. But sorry, I need to change the date. I did not do that.
Has the rain stopped at all?
It has not. Be 2 days forward, and the time would be late in the evening. 11. There you go.
All right. I think I know how this book is supposed to work.
oh,
Problem is it's raining right now, so worst case scenario, rain just damage it and we wouldn't be able to read it properly. It's something. I just remember some of the kids around town when I was growing up. They were talking about hiding messages on that you could only read at night.
How's that work?
I don't know. I never looked into it much myself. Didn't see much point in it.
well, I suppose it's certainly a way to hide text, but I mean, we can at least wait till it's cleared up, open skies and whatnot, and then
All right.
perhaps see what it says later on.
Yeah, Darcy will just put that in his bag.
Oh my god.
What?
Did you just see what Emily made? Oh my.
What?
Oh, Darcy with Varus in the bag.
Nice.
I love it.
I think I finally achieved the meme, or at least something close to. Let's just hope that Varus is not a constant visitor into Darcy's fun zone.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
But after a short rest, it goes by uneventfully, as you guys seemingly are just rested it's let's see, the civilians, they kind of, or the commoners, they kind of have some of the food, they snack a little bit, and they converse amongst themselves, but don't really try to push anything forward or talk to you guys too much. But yeah,
Short rest.
a short rest is completed with no issues.
Cool.
We need a long rest. Otherwise,
That's up to you guys. I'm looking
we'd
up
be exhausted.
the party, and your aggregate hit points are 205 out of 302. So,
I can take a long rest.
mm-mm,
Sure.
only a short rest.
You can spend more hit die, Emily.
Okay. You just do that again.
Mhm.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Huh.
Lyra, did you want to spend hit dice as well?
How come it didn't add to my HP?
Because you haven't completed it yet.
Oh,
I don't think. Also, actually, no, you haven't even rolled yet.
I
On your
Hi.
character sheet, underneath your portrait, there should be a thing that looks like a bed. If you hover over that, you can do a thing called a short rest, and it should automatically roll your. Oh, you didn't roll the
Nope.
healing part of it.
There you go.
There we go.
Now you can complete the short rest.
Jesus.
Easy. Feeling a little bit better, but given that it's still very much darker than you had expected, it is the middle of the night, far from civilization as far as you're aware. What are you guys gonna do?
Let's sleep. We can take watches. We'll need the energy for tomorrow. I'll be a
Did
long
anyone
hike.
see the book?
It's still raining, I'm assuming.
Yes, still lightly raining outside.
Well,
It's not like it's an emergency. We need to read the book.
Probably not.
All right.
if we want to call it a night, sure. I'll sit up first.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Absolutely. First roll I've made of the game. Beautiful. Love. Expected.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with a not so awkward. Honestly, first exhausted.
I'm good at two things.
Hmm?
I'm good at two things, and one of them has failed me.
Honestly, as you kind of look out into the darkness, it's almost depressing how dark it is outside. There's no stars to see from. There's no moon or moons that you can see right now. It's just a covered sky, and it's a little bit depressing, but at the very least, you know you're far away from the Vaerun Wilds. Or at the very least, getting away from it. But nothing seems to appear, at least from the best that you can tell, until you're stabbed in the back by one of the... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right.
No.
One of the commoners was a vampire all along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do glance over at the 5 commoners, and you can see that they're all sleeping and like huddled up together, trying to conserve as much heat as possible near the fire. But yeah, nothing much seems to go on, at the very least, from what you can tell. You're lucky there was nothing.
I go and wake up someone else.
All right. Who's waking up next?
Favorite noise takes the last two, so someone else.
I'm a morning person.
It's no one gonna
I'll
fucking
fucking
take this
take
one.
Okay, Darcy, you get woken up.
Now wake up, Darcy.
Give me a perception check. All right. Glancing out of the cave itself, it doesn't look like there's too much, but you kind of just sit and just kind of ponder what life decisions managed to get you here, of all places.
Literally, the life decision was advertising appraisals.
Yep. Unfortunate, isn't it? But yeah, you kind of just sit there and just chill. It seems that for the majority of the part, nothing seems to be here.
Yes, just me, the party members, and 4 commoners. Yes.
Oh no, where's the 5th one gone? But yeah, you kind of just chill for the most part, and nothing really seems to occur. Who are you waking up for the next watch? The 3rd and
Vaerun will be awake.
Yeah, Vaerun will be able to wake himself up. That'd be around the time it's transcend.
this is true.
He's awake.
Vaerun, you wake yourself up for the 3rd watch. Give me a perception check. All right. Your watch goes by uneventfully, but glancing outside, you do see that the rain is coming to a stop. The clouds, however, overtop are still very much thick and layered, but whatever thin storm you guys had been stuck in previously seems to have calmed down. And you can see pieces of a ship beginning to wash onto the beach. Are you waking anybody up for the 4th watch, or are you going to take it yourself?
I'll wake up Lyra.
Okay. Both of you can give me a perception check for the last and final watch. Not bad. The two of you glance out. The sky overhead is still very much thick with clouds as the sun eventually begins to come up. But your rest is uneventful, and in the morning it seems that you are perfectly fine.
Okay. In the meantime, can I also gather some food and water? I just water.
There's a pool of water inside of the actual cave itself, but it's salt water. You know that for a fact.
Oh, and then I do this.
Is purified and
Technically,
rendered free of
yeah.
poison and disease.
It's technically already purified.
I'll say for the purposes of this that it does purify it so that there's no salt remaining in it. You get away with it this time, punk.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Is that a...
yeah, you guys can all hit the long rest button now.
Oh, in case.
Who hasn't hit it? Darcy. Long rest.
Oh.
Excellent. But all of you are recovered and kind of wake up in the cave a little stiff, a little uncomfortable. Most of your equipment and kind of items have been left behind, but some of your stuff is still with you, which is good. But glancing over, you do see that the commoners are kind of not really sure what to do now. They look to you for direction.
Okay. We have maps. Let's look over our map and look over our surroundings. Maybe we'll get a lay of the land.
Well, we just need to follow the. We just need to go southwards, right?
Yeah, but it'd be easier if we found a road or something.
And we'll probably find it more towards that way, pointing upwards towards where the cliff starts to rise.
Alright.
Yeah, the main thing is to try and find a small town or something to have these people stay at for the time being.
Mm-hmm. But you guys set out of the cave, and you can see that the water is now rising, and to the point where you're kind of sloshing through water as you're stepping out of the cave. But you get out with no issues. But glancing up, you can see that the sky is still dark from the clouds above, and there's still a light drizzle that seems to be coming down. But nothing you guys can't handle. Alright. So, do you guys begin to depart?
Yep.
Alright, let's move you back onto this map. And you're going up the cliff inland, or are you going up the cliff and following the cliff, or are you just following the shore? What's the plan?
We'll be following the cliff.
Okay.
Preferably southwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a way to get up the cliff?
Yep. Give me one moment. I think... Where is it? Ah, here it is. Whiteboard.
Yes,
Let's bring back this.
Oh,
back.
So I gotta erase some things.
all these classic drawings.
But basically, you guys are standing here. The ocean is out here. Right? The cliff starts up here and goes like this.
So, right, we can go off this way and then double back real quick.
Okay. But you guys begin the hike back up, and you begin to feel a little bit hungry, which I'm sure Vaerun has great food and water. I think you prepped it the night before.
I did.
Does that cost a spell slot, or is it a ritual?
It's a spell slot. I mean, you have to prepare your rituals anyways, as clerics.
Oh.
You just don't use a spell slot.
Yes.
Yeah. How much food does create food and water make? How many
Maybe-
creatures?
Let me post it.
Sorry, my game is lagging for some reason.
Dragon.
There we go.
Oh,
45 pounds. 15
Well, food.
people.
Jesus.
Man. Fuck this spell. I mean, what? Yeah. Right before you guys set out, Vaerun creates a veritable mushy feast. But you guys eat it. It's honestly not disgusting, but not very tasty. It's like stale bread. But it fills you.
I guess I just need to start carrying around a vial of salt.
Something like that. But you guys wander out of the cave and begin to traverse up the cliff with relatively little issues. The commoners are having a little bit of issues trying to keep up, but you guys slow your pace to match theirs, and soon it's not too bad. Following the cliff, kind of having all this water that stretches out infinitely into the beyond, is kind of terrifying to look at for some. But to your left, you can see the plains and some of the forests that kind of make up the edges of the Umber Plains near the city of Cliff. As you guys eventually begin making your way further and further south, a few days later, you would make your way to Cliff. And I'm guessing you're going to just cast Create Food and Water the entire way until you get there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys probably wouldn't encounter anything. Or would you? We'll find out.
Well, it depends on how close we are to Cliff.
That's a good question, isn't it?
Can I roll for it?
1.5 days. Given that this is a little bit more of a survival situation, I need one person to roll me a d20. On a 16 or higher, there is an encounter. Actually, on a 16 or higher, there isn't an encounter. Oh, hey, look at that.
Let's go.
Oh, hey.
Nothing.
I think it was changed.
16 or higher, there was no encounter.
Woo!
You guys get to the city of Cliff with relatively little issue. I'm going to cut the game off a little bit short this week because Surya has to go sleep and I have to wake up pretty early tomorrow as well. I apologize, but next week we can have an extra long session if we want to.
On the plus side,
If we have to.
sounds like we make it to Cliff.
You guys do get to Cliff with no issues.
We survived.
We're
Hey,
alive.
we level up though.
You do not.
No, we have another in-game week until we level up.
We'll see
You're right.
about that.
You're right.
Give me some more crabs to farm.
Yeah, let's go XP farming, guys.
When you're playing an XP based game
Kill
and the
everything.
GM has five commoners sitting on the boat with you that you need to escort out. Me pulling out my sword. I'm sorry, little ones.
Every point of EXP counts.
It's for the greater good.